Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I will be playing with the new Huda Beauty concealer. This is the FauxFilter Luminous Matte Concealer. Very interesting description. And the Refy Brow Sculpt. This is the brow gel. This is in the shade Clear. So I'm going to be testing these two products. I have been on a hunt to get a nice waxy type of brow gel, and we'll see if this is it. I am not a big fan of the ones I have. They're not very long lasting and they become all cakey and yucky, and I'm excited to try this Huda Beauty concealer. I just went to the store and I saw it. It's a 14-hour wear concealer. So let's get started. So all I have on my face, I was gonna do my eyes, but then I took everything off because I want to test this concealer in the inner corners on the eyelids and see how it works. So if my eye makeup is done, I can't really get into everything. And today I've already have my sunscreen, which is the Supergoop Play sunscreen on, along with my Hollywood Flawless filter. These are my two must-haves under my foundations, and today I'm going to go with a new foundation, the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. Mine is in the shade 1N06. So I'm going to give it a good shake. I will let you know about the concealer more. So I'm going to put a timestamp if you're interested in just the concealer application or the brow application. But I'm going to let you know more on those products as I get to them. But I wanted to show you because this Makeup Forever foundation has been really, really good to me. So I'm going to apply it with my Beauty 101 brush. And this is how I like to apply it, by stamping in the product. If you haven't seen my review on this foundation, I'm going to link it in the description down below. So I'm just gonna apply my foundation exactly how I always apply it, so we can give this concealer a fair test. And I know this foundation is very, very nice, so we'll see how it works. I'm gonna go in with my dampened sponge. Okay, so let's move on to the brow product first, because I want to have the brows done. Now this is the Brow Sculpt Shape and Hold Gel with Lamination Effect. This is what the packaging looks like. It's very pretty. And this retails for $31 on the Sephora Canada website. The component, I'm sure you guys have already seen it. It comes like this. And on one side, you have this funky spoolie. This one has teeth, short heart teeth on one side, and more hairy, thick bristles on the other side. And on this other side, you have to turn it. And that's what the product looks like. This is a brow wax gel hybrid featuring a double-ended brush applicator that sculpts, shapes, and sets hair in place to create the perfect brow. So let's go ahead and apply it. I really, really want to see how this looks. So I'm gonna go in, I think, with the small bristles for now and see. And then with the thick ones, I don't know. Have you guys tried this product? Would love to hear your thoughts down below if you did. But yeah, there is the nice effect. I really hope it stays this way, but this is the difference here. So here's this one done. It feels very lightweight. I'm just hoping it's not going to show the whiteness, white flakes, or I hope that it's not going to come down throughout the day. But I'm gonna fill it in with the Glossier Brow Flick as well. Let's see here. I like this fluffy effect, you know, sometimes I like to change it up and I think it looks really nice. Now let's go ahead and do the other one and we will continue with the rest. Okay, so the brows are done. So it's very simple to use. You apply a very small amount of product, then you use the comb to comb the product through, and then you use the bristles to kind of place your brows set your brows in place. So far I like it. It looks very nice. Let's see towards the end of the video how it looks. Okay, so let's move on to concealer. So we're at the part where we're gonna use the concealer now. Now a little bit about this product. I picked mine up in Meringue 2.1N. This concealer comes into 49 shades. It costs $38 Canadian. And it's a matte, buildable, coverage, crease-proof concealer. It says it's vegan, long-wearing, liquid formula, full coverage, matte finish, waterproof. I really love to hear that it's waterproof. And it has, it has a full coverage. So I'm not a big fan of full coverages, but I wanna try it. So I went in store and I picked this one out because of the shades. I was not sure. It says it has vitamin E and sweet almond oil, which condition and care for a delicate under eye skin area. It quickly brightens your under eye area. It doesn't crease instantly after application. So that's a good point, because you don't want it to crease instantly. However, throughout the day, it will eventually probably crease. 100% agreed it was transfer proof, buildable, blendable, and flexible on the skin. Now here is the component. It's so pretty. It's frosted. I think it's plastic, and right here you have the name of it. So very pretty. And Meringue 2.1N, and let's test it out here. So this is what the concealer looks like, I think 2.1N. Okay, so here we have the Huda Beauty concealer in the shade 2.1N. Then we have the Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade Golden Ivory 02. It's more golden. Then we have the NARS Creamy Concealer, very bright, in the shade Light 1. Then we have the Bobbi Brown concealer in the shade Ivory. Then we move on to a drugstore one to give you an idea in case you like drugstore products, which this is a very famous one. The Maybelline Instant Age Rewinder in the shade 100 Ivory. And here we have the LYS concealer in the shade LN6. So here are the shades to kind of see how it compares. I think it's very similar to maybe Bobbi Brown, as it has that peachiness in it. It's hard to see on camera, but we're gonna try it. It looks mattifying but also luminous, so very interesting formula. Fenty Beauty looks the most hydrating out of them all, but I think it has a very similar formula to the NARS with a little bit more mattifying. So let's go ahead and try it on the face. The doe foot applicator is cute and short and thick. We have Huda Beauty right on the back of the bottle. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to apply this in here as I normally do, outer corner. I'm gonna prime the eyelids, and whatever I have left, I'm gonna drag it underneath. So let's do one eye at a time so we can see the difference. And I'm gonna apply it with my, let's see, I'm gonna try one eye with a dry sponge. This is the e.l.f. concealer sponge, and see how that works out. So be very careful when you pick your shade. You can see that I thought that the shade would look dark on me, but I'm so happy to have this because I want a concealer that brightens my under eye area, not one that matches my foundation. It's good to have some that match your foundation for spot concealing, but wow, look at that. I'm gonna zoom you in. Look at that nice brightening effect it gives. It's so pretty. And it's non-drying. It doesn't settle into the lines underneath the eye yet. And I love that it is mattifying, but it also has a nice luminous glow to it. Okay, so this is the difference between this eye and this eye. Very nice and brightening, right? I love it. It looks really pretty. So let's go ahead and apply it on the other eye. And I'm going to use a dampened sponge now to see. So same amount. Maybe let's apply it here as well now. And I'm going to use my dampened beauty sponge. And you have enough time to work with this product. Like, look, right away, it is full coverage. It looks beautiful. Wow. So actually, it's the same effect. I don't see a difference whether you apply it with a wet sponge or a dry sponge. I was afraid when you apply it with a wet sponge, sometimes it can peel or you see those little flakes peel off. But I think that this is very, very pretty. I love the coverage it provides. I don't really like too high coverage, but this provides a perfect amount of coverage. It brightens and it also mattifies and it's luminous at the same time. So I think that it's amazing. So let's go over the eyelids now. Wow, this looks very pretty. Let's apply on one eye powder. Let's go and do that. So I'm going to go with my favorite Pat McGrath Under Eye Fetish powder, and I'm going to apply it under this eye and on the eyelid. I think I'm going to apply on both eyelids because we want to set the eyes for eyeshadow, but I'm not going to apply under my right eye, which is the way you watch is left powder. So only my left eye has powder, and we'll see which one lasts better by the end of the video. So I'm gonna go ahead now, use my Patrick Ta She's Sculpted bronzer. So I'm gonna use the Patrick Ta sculpting brush and apply the bronzer. And I'm not going to apply highlight because I want to see how this concealer looks. It looks already luminous. But I'm going to go in with my M Cosmetics blush in the shade Venetian Rose. And apply some on the cheeks. Wow, this looks beautiful. I love how brightening this area looks. It's really pretty. And I'm going to do a very quick eye look. I'm going to use my Patrick Ta bronzer. I'm going to put this bronzer all over the eyelid. Wow, this looks really, really pretty. I can't wait to give you my final thoughts on this concealer. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply something nice in the inner corner. I always want a Pat McGrath inner corner because they're so pretty. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with this Pat McGrath palette for my inner corner, which is this one. What is it called? This one right here. So I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna use the green one, the one with the green shift in the middle. Has like a gold shift. Put some underneath the brow bone. And the eyes are very simple. So I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara off camera. I think today I'm going to use my Essence Lash Princess Mascara and enjoy this intermission, and I will be right back with my final thoughts. Good girl. So this is what the concealer looks like in daylight, like in natural light. And this is the side with the powder, and this is the side without the powder. And I think it looks really pretty. Look how beautiful and brightening the T-zone looks. And this is about 4 hours later after eating lunch and all that. So I think that this concealer is super beautiful, very high coverage, mattifying, and luminous at the same time. So yeah, I thought I should give you an update. Okay, so I've applied the mascara and I've also done my lips off camera. I have used the Morphe lip liner in the shade Sweet Tea along with my beautiful Merit lipstick in the shade Slip. I love this combo. I love these lipsticks. So beautiful. Definitely recommend them. Now, let's go ahead and give you my final thoughts. Okay, so it has been probably around 40-45 minutes since I started filming, and here is a close-up. Okay, so let's start with the brows. The brows are still in place. I don't see any flakiness. I don't feel that crunchiness. They feel very nice and put into place, and they are still up there. They look very natural and with a little bit of fluff. I just love this product so far by Refy. I am loving it. Again, mine is in the shade Clear. I believe there's shades that you can buy that are tinted, but I wanted a clear one for those days. I can always fill up my brows with other products. So love this product. I love the bristles, I love the brush, and I love the actual gel. A little bit goes a long way. So I'm definitely recommending this product. So far, so good. I'm gonna keep testing it, but it's been lasting nice. If I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills or the NYX one and whatever other waxy ones I have, I don't like them anymore. They look nice when you first apply them, but by the end they look very cakey, flaky, and the brows kind of die down. So great product so far. Now let's move on to the main product of today's video, the Huda Beauty FauxFilter Concealer. Mine is in the shade 2.1N, so keep that in mind, 2.1N. And look how beautiful it looks. Okay, so this side is the side we have powdered. I don't see any creasing or settling into the fine lines. And this is the side I didn't powder. Now here you see just a little bit tiny there, which you can just push down. So if you prefer, you can powder underneath your eye. They both look still very luminous, matte. You can even tell that this one is powder. If you feel comfortable, you can powder. The concealer will still look very mattifying and luminous at the same time. You can see how flawless the skin looks with this concealer. And if you prefer not to powder, you don't need to. The concealer still looks good. Like if I'm very picky, like I'm going right into those sharp lines underneath the eye, and of course product will sit there, but they both look beautiful. Nothing has settled here in these lines here, and the skin looks so flawless. It looks like those lines almost like disappeared from my face. The forehead, nothing has settled here, and I did not powder. And the chin area looks very flawless, like HD. It looks beautiful. I am loving this concealer. I am saying that this is a must in your collection. This is beautiful, easy to travel with. A little goes a long way. It's high, like it's full coverage. It's mattifying and luminous. I don't have any highlighter, and you can see where I ended the concealer. You can see the highlight on the cheek. This is just from the actual concealer. So I don't have any highlight, and look how beautiful and luminous my cheeks look. I love the coverage. I'm obsessed with this coverage right now. Probably from this video, from what I see right now, we'll continue using this. But from my first impression, I think that this is probably my most favorite formula out of all of my concealers that I own. That's how much I love it. And it's probably because of the amount of coverage it gives and also providing that hydration and luminous feeling. So this is so far my favorite, and I love the shade that I picked. It's not too bright, not too dark. It's just perfect for that brightening effect. So definitely recommend this product. I'm loving it. So I hope that this video was helpful in letting you decide on this brow gel and this concealer. And I would love to hear your thoughts and what you think of today's video. I'm going to have timestamps down below for the application of the brow gel and the concealer application in case you want to skip through the rest of the makeup I have on. But yeah, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe down below. It means so much to me. I wish you all a wonderful day. Always remember to be yourself, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.